Hey party people, it's DP and Lucky here, and we're here to talk about Captain America Brave New World.
This is spoilers review.
This movie was definitely a 4 out of 10. It definitely did not hit the way that it should have. The music didn't have that explosive feeling with the action sequences. The leader was just awful. He looked like one of the low budget characters from the CW Flash show. I don't even know where to begin when it comes to the rest of it. The only thing that saved this movie was the Red Hulk. Literally, the Red Hulk was the only thing. Like, the CGI looked good. I think I loved how the Red Hulk was just a massive monster, like not able to control himself or anything like that. But outside of that, this movie it did not hit. It's still better than Eternals. It felt kind of rushed, and it just did not do well at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 2 out of 10 for various reasons. First reason, the main villain just straight up looked like green Stephen Hawking. It was supposed to have a giant forehead, supposed to be this mastermind persona, and he thought small the entire movie. His entire reasoning behind starting potentially World War III in this movie was because he hated Ross. He hated our Red Hulk. Now, mind you, this is coming right before Doomsday, aka Doctor Doom, and you would think the villain would be able to, with all that gamma radiation in his head that makes him a super genius that can do numerous calculations on grand levels. He was the originator behind how Ross became the Red Hulk in this movie. He basically made pills that had gamma radiation hidden within it to help his heart. His heart was failing. You would think he'd have a little bit more foresight than not accounting for in any of his calculations throughout the entire movie that Captain America would potentially try to foil his plans. And every step of the way, guess what happened in this movie? Sam tried to foil his plans. The second character I would like to discuss is Sabra. Sabra was an entirely waste of space of a character, and I absolutely hated it for various reasons as well. Sabra in the comics is a complete throwaway character. I was only shown 4 times in Marvel Comics, and her entire reason for being there was being hate-filled. In the movie, Sabra is designated to be Ross's personal protection while he is president. She spends the majority of the movie being a complete non-factor and a background character. She originally in the film had some semblance of a reason for being there. She was at odds with Captain America and the new Falcon, and then after she discovers that she's on the same team as Captain America, she becomes a complete obsolete throughout the entirety of the film.
This movie it did not take a moment to study Deadpool, the second Captain America movie, which is probably one of my absolute favorites outside of Civil War, or even to be able to study Incredible Hulk, because this is a direct sequel to Incredible Hulk. You could have had Edward Norton pop up at some point as a cameo, just randomly, just for fun, at least to show some respect to a really fantastic movie. They did not have Mark Ruffalo to solve the literal Hulk-size crisis of the president of the freaking United States turning into the Hulk. So no idea where all that just flew out the door idea-wise. Personally, I think the MCU needs to stop listening to its corporate higher-ups and actually listen to fans. Have the fans watch your movies before you release it, so you know that you're not releasing absolute dog water. It could have been a better movie. I wasn't expecting for this movie to be the best, but I was hoping for it to at least be something good for Sam Wilson's Captain America to live up to Steve Rogers, and it was just
It was, and I'm putting this nicely, a complete waste of time. You would think that Hulk would arrive when his arch nemesis is the President of the United States. Before you gooners, before you lack of brain cell idiots hop in the comments and start talking about, well, we don't need the Hulk in a Captain America film. Shut up.
Yes,
because let me explain something to you. It was made quite clear in another MCU project previous to this that Hulk was still keeping an eye on, and Captain Marvel were both keeping an eye on the world and what happens in the United States even after the Avengers are gone. Why is Hulk a no-show when his arch nemesis is the President of the United States? And not only that, he almost started World War III, and then not only that, he turned into the Red Hulk on national television. And you know who we didn't hear from in this movie? Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. That is what we get. It goes even deeper than this, because for me, it was a complete waste of my time. And honestly, Kevin Feige, what was this? What was the point of this? The term Brave New World, and DP and I were talking about this on the way back from the theater. Brave New World would insinuate that we're stepping into a post-Avengers kind of
world,
different type of environment, and realistically, it's the same political landscape and same thing that we saw in Civil War, essentially. It's the same type of idealism and the same type of things that we saw from a political spectrum in the MCU in Civil War. And we had people walking out of the theater, bro. The Red Hulk was nothing more. The CGI was good.
It was amazing.
But the Red Hulk was nothing more than the Incredible Hulk. And in the comics, the Red Hulk is supposed to maintain his intelligence, and he's supposed to be able to speak, and that makes him more ruthless and more fearsome. In this movie, there's a pebble rolling around in his head. There is nothing going on in that big red skull of his. The way that they bring him down in this movie is the same way that they brought Ed Norton's Hulk down in the original Incredible Hulk that started the MCU by talking about Betty, his daughter.
To be honest, the only thing I'll say is that I did like the aspect that they made him into a beast, because that's the first time that he turned into the Red Hulk. So obviously he's not going to have control.
No, he does have control in the comics, though. That's
well, yeah, but like starting out, if anything, kind of like with Hulk, with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, or just Hulk in general, he didn't really have that much control until at least a few years of being the Hulk. So personally, that was something that I was okay with. The last thing I'll say though, and this is my beef right now with all Marvel movies that I've seen so far, except a few, like Deadpool. I think that was a perfect movie. My issue is that what is the point with these end credit scenes? The last few movies that we've been having, they only make jokes at the end, and then that's it. They don't tease anything. And then every time when we finish a Marvel movie, we don't leave the theater just yet. I go on my phone, I check it to see if there's any end credit scenes or maybe mid-credit scenes, whatever. We go there, we see there's a end credit scene. I was like, okay, bet. Let's wait for it. Let's see if this is something that could not redeem the movie, but at least kind of redeem my hope for Marvel. And then the end credit scene comes in. The leader warns Sam Wilson of others, which as if we didn't know about the multiverse, other villains, and then doesn't even mention that Doom. Like, if he could see and calculate that something's going to happen, why not just say,
should be able to calculate it.
Doomsday.
He should be able to calculate it. There is zero reason why the leader is a complete pussified, Virgin Mary-esque loser of a villain.
And again, like, his design was awful. I despised it.
Why did he turn himself in at the end of the movie? Because towards the end of the movie, the leader goes up to Sam in front of federal officers and goes, well, since you thwarted my World War III attempt, the only thing left is I have to turn myself in for this last act to work. And you know what the last act was? It was him playing an audio during Harrison Ford's presidential speech about the very treaty that he was whining about the whole effing movie, and he just played a clip, like an audio clip,
that's what makes it
of
worse.
him discussing like what is going on with Harrison Ford and what his pills were, and etc. etc.
That is what makes it worse. It wasn't him.
Why'd you have to turn it in? Why'd you have to turn yourself in?
Why did you have a pre-recorded message? It would have been more badass. Literally, like, I'm exposing you right now in real time. Why do you have to play a little recording and then post it later on your TikTok so that someone could actually like expose?
Yeah. They almost tried to take a page out of Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves' The Batman, with the Riddler being caught while that was all going on.
No, they
But here's the thing: they completely missed the mark on a situation like that. They were able to find the Riddler and they caught him. And this, he walked into a federal building and said, "Hey guys, put me in handcuffs. I'm a genius," and looked at Sam Wilson like he wasn't going to attempt to stop it.
Don't watch this movie. If you do, watch it solely for the fact that you just want to catch up and know what's going to happen for the next few movies. This movie's not really worth your time, to be completely honest. Unless you're a diehard Captain America fan or a Harrison Ford fan. He was great. Harrison Ford was fantastic. The actors were great.
So our final rating between the two of us is a 3 out of 10. DP gave it a 4. I gave it a 2. We're meeting in the middle. We're giving it a 3 out of 10. And if you like more nerdy content just like this, remember to click the bell to be notified when we post, like, subscribe, and comment. I would love to hear what you guys thought of the movie. I thought it was a monstrosity and a trash can of a film, but I still want to know what you guys want. Not that I really care. Let's hear it in the comments.
Let us know what you think. The only thing that I thought was good, fight scenes.
Red Hulk.
That's about it.
I'm
tired of this BS.
This has been Lucky. That is DP walking off set currently. I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.